Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on should I move abroad? Now I'll just give you a little bit of backstory. I moved to England in October 2016 and I came all by myself and all the way from Australia. It took me quite a long time to decide whether I wanted to move abroad or not. There was a lot of different things that I felt like I couldn't move abroad because of. I had a lot of fears, I had a lot of doubt, I had a lot of worries. And I feel like pretty much everyone has the same issues as well when they're deciding whether they want to move abroad or not. So I think it took me probably about a year umming and ahhing whether I wanted to move or not. Watching YouTube videos sort of speaking about moving and all that sort of thing really just pushed me to finally make the decision to do it. So I feel like this video will be very helpful for anyone who's in the same situation as I was back then. So I thought I would film this video because I feel like it'll help a lot of people. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. Before I get into the video, make sure you check out all my other videos as well about moving to England, and also don't forget to subscribe as well. The first thing you should ask yourself is, are you moving abroad for the right reasons? You're probably thinking, oh yeah, I've heard that all before, move abroad for the right reasons, whatever, yeah, I am moving abroad for the right reasons, I want to do this, whatever. But it really is true, because I felt like if I moved abroad it would fix all my problems, because I wasn't necessarily an unhappy person. I'm quite a happy person. I've never really dealt with depression or anything like that. I'm definitely just a generally happy person. I've always, to a certain degree, felt very comfortable within myself. So I've never really had issues in that sort of sense. So I felt like I was moving more so to just get away from where I was and the environment that I was in. Not that it was a bad environment, just that I just wanted to get away and just experience something different. That's all it really was. For me, personally, I felt that I just needed to live somewhere different and experience something different. I wanted to just grow as a person, but I didn't feel like it was within here that needed to change. But I feel like you really have to ask yourself this question, because if you feel like it really is within here that you're having issues with, moving abroad isn't going to change that. You're still going to feel the exact same inside. Being in a different location, different country isn't going to change that. Is it yourself that you're not happy with, or is it the environment you're not happy with? Are you in a relationship you're not happy with? Are you surrounded by people that you don't feel like lift you up and are positive? You know, it could be a multitude of different things. In one case, I would say you really need to think about why you want to move, but then at the same time, I feel like I'm also you should just go and do it no matter what, because I feel like then you'll discover what it really is. You might not really know the reason why, and if you move abroad and you think, oh shit, this is actually not for me, I don't think this was really the right decision, then at least you've tried that and you've sort of discovered and learned something about yourself and realized maybe what it might be that's bothering you. The next thing I want to talk about is leaving a partner or a boyfriend or a girlfriend to go and live somewhere else. In this case, they don't want to come with you, or they can't come with you, or that's not really what they want to do. I feel like I can relate a lot to this because I was in a very long relationship before I moved abroad. The person I was with didn't want to come with me and didn't want to do that, and I felt like that's what really held me back for quite a long time, or not held me back, but just sort of made me a bit hesitant to do it. But at the end of the day, you have to think about what you really want to do in your life, and if moving abroad is what you really want to do, then you just don't let someone else hold you back, or don't let being with that person hold you back. If it's really meant to be, you'll come back together, because then it might also make you realize that that relationship wasn't meant to be, because like I mentioned before, I was with someone and we actually broke up a few weeks beforehand. And then when I moved over to England, I realised that we weren't really meant to be together. I feel like if I hadn't made that decision to move abroad, I might be still with that person, and really that it shouldn't have been that way. If you're with someone, you sort of have to have the same vision in life. Say for example, they just want to stay where they are, just build a house and have a family, you just want to travel the world. I feel like it's not going to work. If they really want to do that and you really want to do that, then it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. Really, when it comes down to it, you've just got to want the same things in life. I think that's hard for some people to realise, but it really is true, and I think a lot of people struggle with that and struggle with realising that. The next thing I want to talk about is missing friends and family. For me, this was quite a big thing because I have quite a small family and only a few close friends, so I felt like this was quite a big thing that I felt like I couldn't overcome. I felt like the thing that was always holding me back was, oh, I couldn't possibly leave my friends and family, I couldn't possibly be away from them, I'll miss them too much, I couldn't possibly leave them. And it really annoyed me because some people would say to me, oh, what about what about your dad, what about your grandma, what about da-da-da, what about da-da-da, how are they gonna feel, they're gonna miss you. It's almost like a guilt trip, like you're a bad person for leaving them. And as much as it sounds really kind of mean, you shouldn't not do something because someone's gonna miss you or you're gonna miss them. I feel like you just have to risk it and see how it goes. I mean, if you get too homesick and you miss your family too much, you can always go back. As much as I feel really guilty sometimes because I'm not with my friends and family and stuff like that, I sort of think like, I'm so much happier where I am right now and that I've made this decision than I was back home. And I think if they love you enough and care about you enough, that will make them more happy than you being miserable at home. If they're really true friends and family, they'll respect your decision, and as much as they'll probably miss you, they'll realise that it was a good decision that you made and you're a lot happier where you are. The fourth thing I want to talk about is doubt, and everyone sort of questioning it and everyone being negative to you and just saying, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to move abroad? And just general sort of shit like that. Those people are probably jealous and just, I guess, generally curious maybe. But just to give you a short answer, just don't listen to them. Just do what you want to do. That's how simple it is. You're not going to be happy if you constantly listen to what other people are saying and constantly doing what other people are doing or what other people are telling you to do. There's not much more else to say, but it's just the truth, because I feel like a lot of people just listen to other people too much, and you've really got to listen to what you want to do. Once you do that and you realize how happy you are doing that, you're like, actually, stuff you all. Like, I don't care what you all think and what you tell me to do. The last thing I want to talk about is just the worries of, will I find a place to live? Will I find a job? Will I make friends? And all those sorts of things. Yes, of course, you'll find all those things really easily. Finding a job, same way as you would in your own country to a certain degree. I don't know, I'm from Australia and I went to England, so I guess it's sort of similar anyway. When you get there, go on job sites, apply for jobs, go for job interviews. It's as simple as that. Don't go through one of those agencies where they set you up beforehand, you pay all this money, they give you accommodation and they give you a job and they pay absolutely nothing for you to work in a bar and all that sort of crap. Don't do that. But depending on what sort of job you want to do or what sort of field that you work in or expertise you have, you will be able to find a job quite easily in England. I mean, that's my experience in Manchester. And then also, when it comes to renting somewhere and living somewhere, I just use Rightmove. It's just a website, and that was just to rent a room. I think that's a lot easier to start off with because you literally just contact the people, go and see the room. It's really, really simple. You'll need like a bond, and then you'll have to pay rent, and that's it. Whereas I feel like if you want to rent a whole flat or a whole house, it's a lot more complicated. You have to go through a real estate agent most of the time, and there's a lot more fees. So I don't have a lot of experience with that. But honestly, Rightmove is the way to go when you first come over, just to rent a room. It's so much easier, and I think cheaper as well if you're just renting a room. And then also making friends. You definitely will make friends. You'll make friends at work. You'll make friends. Once you've made more friends, you'll make friends through friends, and just generally be an outgoing person and, you know, speak to people and like get yourself out there. When I first came over, I downloaded Bumble, and you can change it to make friends or friend or something like that, and I actually met Sophie from that app. So yeah, you can make friends that way. There's so many different ways you make friends nowadays. Just go to different events as well. I mean, start a class in something, start a painting class. So many different ways to make friends. To a certain degree, it does take quite a long time to build up the relationships. I feel like some people you can hit it off with straight away and you'll get along really well. But there is some that I feel like it has taken maybe over a year to develop that relationship, because not everyone's the same. But, you know, it will come in time. I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. I hope this has helped you, because it definitely would have helped me when I was deciding whether I wanted to move abroad or not. Make sure you check out all my other videos as well about moving to England and moving abroad and living in England and all that sort of thing. I've got tons of other videos. I'm going to be filming more videos soon. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.